Dear Dad, who would have dreamed taking a semester off to visit Aunt Eloise in Florida would result in another case?
Nancy goes on vacation and accidentally discovers a mystery cliche. Police photographer starts by taking a picture while facing the wrong direction.
Taking a semester off to visit Aunt Eloise.
Nancy's high school gives her a whole semester off to visit her relatives. Seems excessive.
I'm calling this case Secrets Can Kill.
Nancy names the case before starting her investigation. It looks like Daryl is saying, "Those are stairs. I don't know, and a wall? Look at my pants." Police officer on the left is worn out from writing. Aunt Eloise deliberately hides things from Nancy. This is why Nancy doesn't call on her birthday. Scenery indicates Aunt Eloise is married, but we never hear anything about the mystery uncle.
I need something to make this work.
Nancy has apparently never used a TV before. There are 3 difficulty settings in this game, but they only affect an optional puzzle. This must be the only sorority in the world which uses lowercase Greek letters. There are 2 keys here, but we can only take one of them. Aunt Eloise hides the key to her trunk 2 feet away from the trunk. Palette-swapped keys. Did you know you can move up and down in every scene? Cool feature which does nothing. If you click the compass in the lower left corner, it automatically takes you to the map screen. It's another cool feature made useless by the fact that it only works while Nancy is outside. School map contains locations that you can't visit. There are 3 separate menus at Maxine's Diner, and none of them match. Cheeseburgers range from $14 to $24? No wonder this place never has any customers. Nancy lacks the ability to speak in complete sentences.
I think I'm going to enjoy being your contact. I'm here to help. If the police trust me, so can you.
Daryl Gray is Nancy's police contact, but neither Daryl nor Nancy contact the police at any point. Most restaurants don't let customers wander into the kitchen for no reason. This puzzle. Game thinks this is an acceptable way to fix a leaky gas line. Gas line explosions are impossible without an ignition source. So what caused the explosion? Did Daryl light a match when no one was looking? I can't read any of these song titles. Nancy has a quarter which magically reappears in her pocket after she uses it. I want a quarter like that! 32 games later, this bottle of mustard is still the closest we've come to seeing Ned on screen. I don't know what's worse, the fact that everybody works 9-hour shifts, or the fact that they only buy new food once a month. Changing CDs. Map to the school is hidden in a hallway where new visitors are unlikely to see it. The majority of this game is spent ignoring the mystery in favor of solving random brain teasers. Who wrote these brain teasers anyway? Does the school have a psychic student who knew about Jake's death ahead of time? Some of the hidden messages are pointless, like Principal Boiler Room Door. Battle of the Bands is being held at the exact same time as Guys and Dolls. According to the background art, this game takes place in May. Nobody finds it weird that Nancy is starting as a transfer student at the end of the school year. We can look at magazines, but we can't read them. These people are clearly not high school students. Phone calls are pretty much pointless. Manually dialing 10-digit phone numbers.
Fane residence. Bess, I need some help. Nancy, I've run out of ideas.
Nancy, Bess, and George are clearly voiced by the exact same person. School art exhibit contains skulls and a beach babe because reasons. The library contains over a dozen books that you can look at, but only one of them needs to be read. Good luck finding the right one. There is no reason to visit the top floor of the library. Reading. 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 Ironically, the subplot about the book is the only one that doesn't require reading. Nancy ignores the police warning that it is illegal to tamper with crime scenes. The police didn't take anything out of Jake's locker, including the potentially dangerous knife. Jake's video camera is obviously photoshopped into the scene. Hulk goes out of his way to insult someone who was murdered today.
I gotta go to practice later.
I gotta go now. Later.
I must go now, Nancy.
But I've got a hot grill waiting for me. See you later, okay?
Every character ends conversations by saying they have to leave. Then they proceed to stay in place.
There are a ton of police on campus today.
They're just hiding off screen where you can't see them. Nancy commits vandalism to get into the teacher's lounge. This computer interface. The school security team wrote 5 reports on the night of the murder, but they somehow failed to notice the murder. Where was the security team when Nancy broke into the teacher's lounge? Security chased Mitch and Jake out of school at 8:30, and the very same night they broke back into the school so Jake could be murdered. Why would you commit a crime in a place that you know is guarded? You can look at this ladder, but you can't go down it. Mitch sets up the boiler room murder trap for Nancy, even though he's never seen or talked to her. Explosion effect is reused for 2 death sequences. Culprit is willing to blow up the entire school just to stop Nancy. Why did Jake hide a VHS tape in the school's vent system? Nancy would have never found this tape if Mitch hadn't tried to kill her. Culprit accidentally foils their own plot. Hulk steals drugs, but doesn't check them until after he leaves the building. In order for Jake to film at this angle, he must have been lying on his stomach on the hood of Connie's car, yet somehow she didn't notice him. I can't let anybody know I won this trophy. Better spend a few seconds admiring it in public. Oh my gosh, a student took notes while reading a book. This is clearly suspicious. The book is normal sized here, but it's much bigger in this shot. Hal copies from the book while the book is closed. Jake films Hal from 2 different angles, so either he ran downstairs very quickly, or he set up secret spy cameras all over the library.
All I had to do was pick up a package at the pharmaceutical company.
Really? Because that doesn't look like picking up a package. That looks like delivering a paper. Back in 10 minutes, aka we didn't finish programming this part. In the book, Nancy makes out with Daryl Gray while watching the tape. They kept the tape, but not the makeout scene.
Let's see, he expects people to have read the book, rip off more popular YouTube channel. How stupid name is Argo Fump anyway?
Katie, what are you doing?
Oh, hi Michael, I'm making an everything wrong with Argo Fump video. See how it's much higher quality than yours?
Get out of my video! It's impossible to solve the mystery on your own because the culprit doesn't appear or get mentioned until 5 minutes before the game ends. Nancy and Daryl think they can single-handedly defeat a drug-dealing murderer who already tried to blow up the school. Daryl talks with Nancy's voice. If you fail this challenge, Connie is knocked to the ground. If you win the challenge, she is still knocked to the ground. Nancy should not be able to steal the gun from the culprit, seeing as she is many feet away and standing in the wrong direction. Connie's car has changed colors.
And Connie's giving him private judo lessons. Hulk agreed to pay for the damages to the pharmacy, and Hal got his scholarship.
Hulk, Hal, and Daryl all get a free pass for breaking the law.
Today, Aunt Eloise got a letter from a friend. Something about a television station and death threats. Sounds like another case for Nancy Drew.
Sequel hook.